Chief Drake.
Thank you, Don. And, good morning, everyone. This morning around 7:28 a.m., we received a call from a worker on 61st Avenue at a company that adjoins the Cumberland River that had been searching for anything that would pop up on the river, especially looking for a Riley strain if he would surface here. As they were removing an object from the river, they noticed what appeared to be Riley strain pop up. The fire department was called in, retrieved the body from the river. The medical examiner's office reviewed the body, and we've confirmed that it is Riley strain. The family has been contacted. There are no signs of foul play at this time, according to the examination here at the riverbank. Mr. Strain still had the shirt on that he was wearing, still had the watch, and other identifying factors that helped us identify who he is. I want to say to the family, my heart and prayers go out to you all for this very unfortunate and tragic incident. I also want to say thank you to the Nashville community and the Outpoint community of the Outpoint support from the community in trying to help us locate Mr. Strain. I also want to say thank you to our USAR team and to the fire department and OEM and TWRA and everyone else, and including the media, for everything that you've done, for the countless tips that came in. We received nearly 200 tips as of yesterday that we were vetting out. So at this time, the family's been notified. There would be an autopsy more than likely sometime today, and we'll have a little bit further from that point. So thank you.
Chief, can you tell us, is there any other additional evidence that points you to the theory that it seems like you've been going after for a while now? It's just that he fell into the river accidentally?
Yeah, there's no other evidence that suggests anything other than we have reports that normally under these circumstances with his height and weight that he could have surfaced between 14 and 20 days. This is the 14th day, so we were really expecting anytime soon to find him. In fact, our search teams was going to put in the water here this morning and then search from this point further down. So we were in the right spot. It's just unfortunate. But there's nothing to suggest anything other than any foul play at all.
You said that these were crews that were actually looking for him that found him?
Yes, that's so the workers typically on the river, whether it's barge companies, concrete companies, other businesses that actually are on the river, and they look routinely, as it's happened countless times before. And as they moved, I believe, a barge, and don't quote me on that, they removed something from the river, and as they moved it, they noticed Mr. Strain, so and called it in.
Typically work on the water. They weren't necessarily search crews.
Right, yeah.
Okay, thank you all.
Thank you.
Hey, Chief Drake, I have a question for you.
So we've just heard from the chief of the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department, Chief John Drake, stating that no foul play, confirming Riley Strain's body was found in the Cumberland River in West Nashville. So it happened in the 7 a.m. hour, local time. Workers on the river were removing an object. He didn't know exactly what object, but removing it. And then they noticed what appeared to be Riley Strain, quote, pop up. The fire department was called. They came in, retrieved the body. Medical examiner was called and confirmed on scene that it was indeed Riley Strain. Key point, no signs of foul play seen. This was not an official autopsy. This was just an examination on scene. The chief noting that Strain was found in the same shirt that he was last seen in when he went missing. It was earlier this month. I don't actually have the exact day count. Autopsy likely sometime today, and they may have more info after that and would then be able to provide that out. So we are unfortunately breaking the news, the sad news, that this massive search is over because the body of Riley Strain went missing. I'm going to refer briefly here to our Nexstar station, WKRN, who is providing this live feed, to see the information that they had. Following an extensive search that stretched on for nearly 2 weeks, officials found missing Missouri student Riley Strain's body Friday morning in the Cumberland River. Authorities had received a report of a body found in the river in the Nations neighborhood of West Nashville this morning of Friday, March 22nd. As I stated, according to police, no foul play related trauma was observed. Strain disappeared while on a fraternity trip to Nashville on March 8th. One of his friends had called 911 the next morning after saying he went to Central Police Precinct and called the sheriff's office to file a missing persons report. The chief actually mentioned this a little bit too, just saying the amount of information that they had, not only bits of surveillance video, but tips called in, interviews conducted, trying to find him. There was the last time his phone was pinged, the last text message that he had sent, the last time he was caught on camera, what he was wearing, that he was down near the river, which is why they focus so heavily on their search on the river area. We had a press conference just the other day from the Cajun Navy. That is a civilian volunteer group that comes into situations like this where watercraft are needed. Oftentimes it's in response to a hurricane situation or massive flooding where they can bring in their small boats and their massive numbers to conduct search and rescue operations and support the official effort. So they held a press conference with the family saying that they were going to be working on this. This morning, though, it does seem from what Chief John Drake had said, it was simply a worker, someone that is normally on that river, that they were keeping an eye out while doing their day-to-day job, moving something, removing it from the river when they came across Strain's body. In addition to law enforcement, back to that WKRN article, several volunteers and Strain's family members were heavily involved in the search. It was 2 TikTokers who reportedly found Strain's bank card on the riverbank days after he had disappeared. Strain's family drove down to Nashville immediately after his friends had alerted them to the disappearance the next day on March 9th. The search will turn more to an investigative side. The Tennessee Alcoholic Beverage Commission has been conducting a separate investigation to determine whether Strain was overserved the night he disappeared. However, in a statement released by TC Restaurant Group, which owns and operates Luke's 32 Bridge, they have records that show Strain purchased and was served 1 alcoholic drink and 2 waters before he was kicked out of the bar on the night that he went missing. So there you have it. That is all the information that I have at this time. You heard it firsthand right here from Chief John Drake of the Metropolitan Police Department. And we're going to wrap up this live stream. Know that more information is coming, that the chief said they expect an autopsy later today, and that if they get more information on that, they will be able to put it out. Before I depart the live stream, though, I want to pop in real quick. I have been streaming this on a YouTube channel just to see if there are any questions that are being asked that have been answered. I know a lot of questions being asked. Did he fall in northeast of there? How about his shirt? Had his shirt and watch. Shirt was on, watch was on him. Yes, so they did state that. I'm not seeing any other questions. This one, was he drunk? This is so heartbreaking. So I did kind of state that piece. That's one of the things being looked into was his overall state. The autopsy may be able to capture some of that. We are at 14 days later, and he has been assumedly in the river this whole time. So I'm not sure how much of a factor the time and the environment to which he was in will play a role in what they're able to find. But nonetheless, they will conduct one and see what additional information they can gather. And it's just conversation between people watching the stream at this time. So very brief recap. The body of Riley Strain has been officially found this morning, Cumberland River in West Nashville, the Nations neighborhood, by workers who work on the river. They were moving an object from the river and noticed what appeared to be Riley pop up, quote unquote. Fire department retrieved, medical examiner reported to the scene, did an examination, confirmed the identity, and stated at that examination no signs of foul play, and autopsy likely to happen sometime today. So I appreciate everybody joining us for this live stream as we carried this breaking news for you here on Nexstar Media. As always, stick with your local Nexstar Media station site, and in this case specifically, WKRN, Nexstar's station, covering what had been the Riley Strain search and now the follow-up information. We appreciate you using us as your source for news. Until the next live stream, I'm Chip Brewster. Have a good rest of your day.